Hello guys, Marcos Hernandez for athoughtsplus.com, and today I'm going to show you how to create this animation based on solids. So here is the final product. Okay, so make a new composition, 960 by 720, square pixels, 29.9, 10 seconds, and you're gonna name this big cube. Click OK. Then make a new solid. This is going to be 300 by 300 square pixels and white color. Then click OK. Now make it 3D. Press A to display the anchor point options and change this value to 150. Then duplicate this 4 times. Then you need to change the rotation, and you are going to start the Y rotation for the first layer and change this to 180. 180, sorry. Then 90 for the second one. Then minus 90. For the last two, you're going to use the X rotation, and you need to change this value to 90. Then for the last one, you are going to change this to minus 90. And as you can see, we get this sort of a cube with back, side, and 4 lateral sides. Then the next step is to create a mask around the shapes, and to do this you're going to select this one, the first one, and select the rectangle tool and double click it. Then as you can see, it draws a mask the same size of the layer, and then you have to do the same with the other sides of the cube by double clicking the rectangle tool. There we go. So then the next thing to do is to search for the stroke effect and apply it to the sides, and the only value you're going to change in this effect is the brush size, which is now 2, and you need this to be 1.5. Then you need to copy the effect and paste it. Okay, now you have to search for the ramp effect and apply it to each side, and you're gonna change the black color for a very light gray, something around there. Click OK, and then move the ramp effect above the stroke effect and copy this one, paste it, and then make sure you keep the ramp right above the stroke one, as I'm doing. Make sure you move this up and keep the ramp always first, like that. Okay, so that's the big cube part for this tutorial. Next step is to create a new composition, same settings, and change this to a small cube. Click OK. Then what we have to do here is to create a new solid, and this one is going to be 200 by 200 square pixels, same color as the first one we did with the big cube. White, click OK. Then you have to make it 3D. Press A to display the anchor point options and change this value to 100. Duplicate it 4 times and change the rotation on the Y rotation to 180 first. Then move to the second one and change the Y rotation to 90. This one is going to be minus 90, and as we did in the big cube, we're going to change the last two rotations to 90, sorry, and then to minus 90. So let's make sure we change the right value. Yeah, everything's okay. So now what we have to do is to select the first layer and apply the grid effect to it. So I'm doing. Then you're going to invert the grid and change the border to 1. And then you're going to copy this effect, paste it in the other layers. So I'm doing. Then set the settings to the same stuff we did in the first one. So we are going to invert this. it on C space until you reach the front of the big cube. Then go back to the active camera view, and as you can see, the small cube is kind of showing off um, right uh, right right into our um, front side solid. So this is going to help you to move into our next step, which is to create a mask around this or inside this front solid we have here. So select the rectangle tool and then try to place it something around here and draw the mask, something like this. And then you have to change the alpha mode to subtract, and there you go. There is our small cube right inside the big one, as you can see. And then the other thing you can do is to take the ramp effect from our big cube, the one we used there, and paste it on the front side layer like that. So there you go. We have what is going to be your base for the logo cubes we're going to use later. So next step is to create a new composition, same settings, and you're going to name this setup. Okay, click OK, and then what you have to do is to go back to the project window and duplicate the base composition twice, not two, and then we're going to rename these according to the colors we're going to use here. So in this case it's going to be purple, as we're going to use the A-Tots Plus logo for this one. Then this one is going to be blue, and this one is going to be red. The reason we are naming this blue and red is because for this one we are going to use the Vector Tots Plus logo, and for this one we are going to use the PSD Tots Plus logo. So the next thing to do is to duplicate this twice, two, and then we're going to open this one and this one, and for this one we're going to change the colors to something bluish, and for the back layer we're going to use light blue, something around that, and for the sides we're going to use a darker blue, something around there, and then copy the effect, paste it, this. Okay, then for the second small cube, we're going to use something reddish, some very light, very bright red, something around that. Click OK, and for the sides we're going to use a darker red as we did before with the blue and the purple. Then copy the effect, paste it, there we go. So next thing to do is to go back to the project window and select the blue, red and purple compositions and drop them inside the um, setup composition. Then what we have to do is to open the red one and the blue one, and then we are going to select the small cube 2, which one is the red one, as you can see, and then we're going to change this small cube right here for this one right here. And to do this, we need to hold the Option key and drag this one over the other one like that, like this, and then you are going to do the same with the small cube inside the blue composition by holding Option and dropping the small cube 3 over the small cube. And then we need to make this 3D and switch on the continuously rasterize option, and then we're going to move these tree around until we find the right setting. So let's move the purple one up and keep the blue in the middle and the red in the bottom. Okay, so let's move the purple one up until you can see a small gap between the boxes or the cubes, something around that. And then let's move the red one down the same way until you can see a small gap between the red one and the blue one, something around there. Perfect. So let's close all the compositions we are not using at the moment. Keep open the setup one. Then next step is to create a new solid, make it comp size, and then click OK. You can name this BG, some background, and move it down. So next thing to do is to select the RAM effect, apply it to the BG, and then the colors we're going to use here are completely up to you. Same with the cubes. In this case we are using purple, blue and red because of the logos, but in your case, and depending on what you are going to put inside the small cubes, you can play with the colors and use those colors you like the most. And so in my case, and because of this animation and the client, I'm going to use something near these colors right here, so something near the Tots Plus logo colors, and I'm going to use maybe very light purple on top and darker purple down, maybe something more dark than that. Yeah, that will do for me. Then next thing you have to do is to create a new camera. 35 is going to do for you, so click OK, and then let's make a new null object. Make it 3D. You can name this camera control, and then you're going to parent the camera to the camera control. And now if you move this null object, the camera is going to move right with the null. Then next thing to do is start setting keyframes for the animation we want to have. So we're going to use the position on the camera control and the rotation in the purple composition. So next thing to do is you're going to select the blue and red layers. You're going to parent these two to the purple layer. So when you rotate this one, it is going to rotate the other two as well. So this control right here is going to control our zoom in and zoom out, and also the cube we are looking at a certain point in the timeline. So keeping that in mind, the next thing to do is to set the rotation of these two in some opposite way to the first one. So it is going to be rotating continuously, and every time you see a new cube or new box, you are going to find a new color in front of you. Before doing that, I think we can proceed to integrate the logos into our cubes boxes. So let's do that. Let's open the purple composition, and then I have the logos from the 8 dots group, being 8 dots plus the first one. So let's drag it here, make it 3D, and then what you have to do is to change the size until it fits inside the small cube by pressing S on your keyboard. So change this to something, let's say around 32. Yeah, that's quite good right there. So let's open the blue one and take the vector dots plus logo, drop it here, make it 3D, and let's change the scale or the size to something around 16, maybe 14. That's 12. You have to play with that until you find a size that fits, and then at last you're going to open the red one, do the same with the PSD dots logo, drop it here, make it 3D, and change the size to to anything that fits. Maybe 15 is going to do. Yeah, 15 is just about right. Then next, what you have to do is go back to the setup composition. Let's close this. We're not going to do anything else with that, so close it. Then from here, what we have to do is to start setting keyframes. As I said before, we're going to use the position on this one, and then we are going to use the rotation on this one. Then before we start setting keyframes there, we are going to change the rotation and the Y rotation for this one to something around 90, yes, and then something around I think this one is going to remain the same, as we are going to turn this one the other way. So the back side is going to be facing the camera at first, and then rotate to to the point where you can see the logo inside. So let's set the keyframe here, and then keyframe in the Y rotation here, and now you have to move to 1 second in the timeline, and there you're going to set another keyframe. Then by holding shift, we're going to press page up to move back 10 frames, and here you're going to set another keyframe, and then go back to the first one, and you need to move the position on the y-axis down to the point where our first box is facing the camera and is placed right exactly in the middle of this composition, so something around that. And then what you need to do is to play with the rotation, and then change this to 180, and as you can see, the back side is now facing the camera. And then go back to this frame and set a keyframe here, then move to the next keyframe and change this to 0, and we get here is the logo facing the camera now. And then you have to change the position here and keep it down, something like that. And then you need to set the same position we have in the first keyframe in this one. So copy this one, delete this one, and paste it here. 20 frames in the timeline, sorry. And then what we get is something like this, but we need to move the Z-axis so the backside of the box covers the entire working area here. So something about 600 is going to do, I guess. Yeah, 600, maybe 550, I think. Yeah, 550 is okay. So then what you have to do is put the same value here, and what you get is something like this. As you can see, the cube is slowly zooming in and rotating at the same time, and there you go. Next thing to do is go 3 seconds into the timeline and set a keyframe here, and then you have to move 10 frames up by holding shift and page down. There you go. And then what you have to do is to move the Y axis or the Y position up until you get the blue box or the blue cube right in the middle of the composition, something around there. And then you need to set a keyframe in the rotation too by selecting this keyframe, copy it, paste it, and then here you're going to change the value on the Y rotation to, let's say, 90, maybe 180. No, let's try minus 90. There, minus 90 is the right number. So as you can see, it rotates, and place the Vector Dots logo right in front of the camera. Now let's move to 6 seconds into the timeline. Select this keyframe, copy it, paste it, and then hold shift again and press page down to move 10 seconds up, and then change this to 180, sorry, minus 180, minus say, which is the right number here, 270 maybe. Let's say minus 270. I can find the right value to put there, but I need to try until we do. Two seems to be 0, but then we're going to need to rotate the red one to let's say minus 90, so it doesn't appear in the same position as the purple one. We don't want that. So here we need to rotate this to 90. Yeah, 90. There. That's the right value. 90. Sorry. Okay, now next thing to do is you need to move 9 seconds into the timeline, and here you're going to copy this, paste it, and here you need to copy this keyframe and paste it here, and then hold shift, press page down, and move the Y position up until you can see the red box right in the middle of the composition, something around that, and then go to the 9 seconds into the timeline and copy this keyframe and paste it, then hold shift, press page down, and copy this, the first keyframe we did, and paste it right here at 9:10. Then we're going to copy this rotation and paste it right there, point of the timeline, 9:10. And then what we have to do is to check what we have. So as you can see, things are coming together very nicely. And there you go, and back again. Now another thing we can do to keep this animation going, or give it a bit more of life, is to place a new keyframe, 5 frames from this point up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm sorry, and then zoom in the box so you can appreciate the logo a bit better, something around 120, I guess. Then copy this frame and paste it. 5 frames back from the 3 seconds mark. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Paste it, and then do the same with the other boxes, their positions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Paste it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then paste it. Let's see if this is working. No, this is not working that way. So we have to set this every time here. Yes. Go here and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 120. Then here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 120. Then here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 120. And what we get is something like this. There you go. Makes the zoom back, and it does the same with the other cubes. Then the last one, we get back to the starting point. Okay, so another thing you can do to spice up this animation is to go to 1 second 5 frames into the timeline, and then open the purple composition, select the logo, and then go to the effects and presets finder and type CC light sweep. Then you are going to select this and apply it to the logo, and what you have to do is set a keyframe in the center option and move this to the left to the point where you cannot see the light, and then move up 10 frames by pressing or holding shift and push down, and move the center point to the right, something like that, and then there you go. Then you're going to do the same with the other logos. You go to 315 in the timeline, open the blue composition, and select the vector touch logo and apply the same effect, and do exactly the same. Select your frame here, move the center point to the left, and then hold shift, press page down, and move the center point to the right, and you get something like this right there. Maybe we change the intensity to something around 80, and the width maybe something around 60 there. Then you have to do the same with the red one. Go to 615 in the timeline and open the red composition and apply the effect to the logo like that. Set a keyframe here and move this center point to the left, then hold shift, page down, and move it to the right, and there you go. Maybe something closer like that. There you go. Maybe we can change the intensity to something around 60 and the width to 62, and that's it. We're set there. Now when you see the zoom in, we get the swipe right there. Then next step is to go back to the project window and select the setup composition and drop it inside a new one, and then you're going to create a new adjustment layer and to this one you are going to apply the glow effect. Then you're going to change the threshold to, actually you're going to keep this one the same. The radius you're going to change to 30, and the intensity you're going to change this to 0.5, and you need to change the glow colors to A and B, and there you go. You have this nice glow around the boxes, but without removing the solidness from every box. Then we are almost done here. You can rename this as final, keep it organized, and then what we have to do is maybe increase the stroke in the big cube to 2, back to 2, so we don't get any weird lines showing up. Give me this. Okay, this one's okay. 2. This is my first tutorial, so I hope you guys don't eat me alive or whatever. It's just my English isn't that great, I guess, and I'm trying to do my best here. So there we go. Now we're almost done here. Next thing to do is to take our AETOTS logo and place it at the start of the composition. Then you're gonna take this and put it here, and we are going to cut this to the point where it reaches the second keyframe we created, and then we get something like that. And we're going to duplicate this and paste it to the end of the composition where the camera goes back to the starting point. And then what we have to do here is we're going to set some keyframes in the opacity here, maybe something hold shift, page up there. This one is going to be 0. Then you're going to move here, set this to 100, and then you're going to do the same with the final logo. Press T on your keyboard, set this to 100, and then this hold shift, page down, and set this to 0. Okay, so like I said, we are almost done here, so very few things to do as we are almost finishing this tutorial. So let's check what we get after all this work. And here's the final composition. Okay, let's see what we have. Cool, very cool. Okay, so that's it for this tutorial. Sorry, and I hope you all like it, and hopefully we're going to be doing more tutorials for you very soon. So I'm Marcos Hernandez for AETOTSplus.com, and see you next time.